Hello everyone, so in this video, let's talk about the B problem, lost numbers from the educational code forces round 65. It's an interactive problem. So let's talk about the problem statement. Directly goes that how it tells that what you can do in C++ or Java to flush out and to start a new. So the jury or the system guesses some array A consisting of 6 integers. So we have an array A. It has 6 integers. These are the integers, special numbers, that is 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, 42. Okay, so you have an array A like this, and each of these occur, all of these numbers occur in A exactly once. So all of them occurs exactly once, which means that all of the numbers are unique, and A is some permutation of these numbers. So A is a permutation of all of these numbers. Fine. You don't know anything about their order, so you don't know about the order. You just know that these are the numbers inside A, and but you are asked to allow only 4 queries. You are asked to allow 4 queries, and each query you can choose 2 indexes, I and J, so that I and J should be between these elements, and they should not be necessarily distant. They can be same as well, but choosing same doesn't make any sense. But let's move to the problem. You will get the value of A into I, like A of I into J. So if you choose, if you have any, let's say, random array of these numbers, you do not know these values A1, A2, or A5, 6, you have to choose any 2 indexes. Let's say I choose these 2 indexes, and in the return of this, you will get the product of these two numbers. What the jury has chosen this array to be. Okay, you can ask up to 4 queries, and you have to guess the array A, the order of these elements. Now, let me think. How can you solve this problem? The thing is that instead of like widely choosing out these pairs and finding out their array, why not choose consecutive ones? Because I have to somehow form the array itself. By consecutive, I means that always try to find out some pattern. Let's say I choose these two elements first and find out the product of all of them. Let's say it is A1, A2. So I will get somehow A1 into A2. Then I will choose A2 into A3, A3 into A4, A4 into A5. Oh, sorry, A1, A2, A2, A3, A3, A4, and A4, A5. So these are the four, let's say. So in this manner, I will get 5 elements. Like I have somehow encapsulated. The last element is obviously be done because the last element will be the last which will be left. Also, all the elements are some sort unique. So what you can do is that if you choose these pairs, you will get at least 5 elements, and the last element will be remaining. So that can be the last that is remain. So what you can do is that if you get all of them, because like how many permutations, first of all, check that how many permutations are possible. Let's say if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 elements are there. So the first place you have 6 options, then 5, then 4, 3, 2, 1. So which means that you have 6 factorial. Let's say check how many 6 factorial number of operations. It's just 720. So you have a very small subset. You just have 720 options. 720 options of particular possible, you can say, permutation of this particular array. So why not just check for all the particular ones, because it's very small. So what's the logic will be to check all the particular permutations of this array, and for every permutation you have to just, like, for not every permutation, you have, let's say, one permutation that is with the jury. Okay, so you will find out the first 5 elements, the multiplication of a1, a2, a2, a3, and so on, and you will store in some array. You have to now check that what permutations among those 720 follow these multiplication. Okay, I hope you understand. You have 720 permutations, and all of these permutations will be having these arrays, like these elements, in some permutative manner. So you will check out what is the multiplication of the first two, second two, third two, like first two, the second two element, the third, and the so on. And you will check that whether multiplication is equal to the multiplications I got from the jury itself. Because if they match, then which means that I got the array. Okay, because I will check the first 5 elements, the 6 will be the same, and I will get the answer. I hope you understand. So that is how you can get. So you have to just iterate over it and find out all the permutations. That's your overall thing. There's a function in C++ to get all the permutations one by one. So I'll be using that, the next permutation function. Nothing much difficult. So what we have done is that the main function, I have the array itself, the array that we have. Then we have to get the first 4, you can say, consecutive elements multiplication. So we have done over iterating over the first 4 elements. Find out, and to get the permutation, you have to call the jury in this particular manner. As you can see, you have to call the jury in question mark, and the like the two indexes you want to find out the multiplication for. Okay, so we will call every two consecutive the first two, second, like 1 2 2 2 3 3 4. So I will call it for all of them and find out the permutation and store this permutation in the array like this. Now the permutation, what I'll just do is that I will do a do while loop to find out all the permutation of this particular nums array. And when I get a permutation, I will just check that whether a particular permutation follow these particular condition, that the multiplication of the two consecutive elements is equal to the ith permutation that we have stored here. And if it follows, I will just mark it as a flag that yes, it follows. If it is follows, then if this turns out it to be true, I have the boolean variable true. If at any times it turns out to be false, it will mark it as false, and it is like it will break. Okay, so that I will get a valid permutation which follow these rules. And if I get a valid permutation, I will have to print out in the same manner. As you can see, I have to print out an exclamation mark and the permutation. So I will do the same thing. I will print out the, like, after I get a particular thing, I will break out. I will, if I get true, if I get a particular you can say validation, a particular permutation, I will break out and I will print out this exclamation mark and the particular, you can say the permutation. So that's a complete logic for this particular problem. If you still have any doubt, you can mention in the box for this particular video. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you for watching and